Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market session. Friends, US markets were marginally down as there was no real QE3 that the Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke announced, but at the same time he has extended the current Operation Twist, which was set to get over by the end of this month. That will be extended till the end of the month, and the total amount which would be infused would be about 267 million. So which is definitely a bit of a positive, but since market was looking at some additional QE3, probably there was not much of action either in the equity markets nor in some of the other asset classes. More importantly, the crude price has actually corrected to almost $92.4, which is quite significant from our perspective, because we have seen that over the last about a month or so, crude has actually corrected more than 20 to 22%, and that has been a very important factor which was affecting the sentiment, the flows, and to some extent USD INR also. So this could be a big positive for us in the current scenario, because we are not seeing any major runaway in the asset prices, neither are we seeing any major cracks in the Eurozone as people were earlier fearing. So the current scenario is actually a positive for our markets. Friends, when we look at the Asian markets today, some of them are marginally down because as I said, people were expecting QE3, which has not actually come about. So there's a bit of a weakness, but no major cracks as such. On that note, and since expiry is also coming up in the next about 1 week or so, let's go through the F&O data check and the possible strategy that we can have there. Hi Shaival.
Hi.
What is your reading of the F&O markets as we're seeing that 50-100 is acting as a major support now, and we're somewhere hovering around there. Looking at the current open interest, what do you think the broad range could be for the market over the next few days?
See, from the day of event, the RBI event, we have been seeing that the implied volatility has been continuously cooling off, which is one of the positives for the market, because that is the indication that market knows what the direction, and what we feel on that basis that the bias for the market is still positive. Now, having look at the option metrics, what we have seen is that 5,200 call option has seen a good activity, as well as after 5,300 call option, it stands with the highest number of shares in the open interest. Whereas if we have a look on the put side, we have seen 5,000 put option seeing a good activity in terms of open interest, followed by 4,800 put option. So what we feel is that in absence of any trigger point in the market, this would be the broad range, say 5,000 on the lower side and 5,200 on the higher side, where market would trade. And near 5150, 5180 levels, market would face a hurdle. 5150 because the straddle break-even point for the current series is 5152.
And also, if you could give us some sense of any particular sectors or stocks where you see a major either open interest built up on the option side or on the future side maybe?
See, after the fall in the after the status quo by RBI, the banking index has seen a major correction, and now it has again started a fresh up move. So one can eye on the banking sector, as well as in yesterday's trade we have we have initiated Hindalco call option 120. So if one finds it near the levels, then one can also have a look on Hindalco.
Okay, and any other stock specific ideas that we have?
We have identified 3 stocks from intraday perspective. First of all, Emphasis is looking positive with support of 346 rupees. SR Oil is looking positive with support of 53 rupees. And Jindal Steel is looking positive with support of 431 rupees. I would like to also say that, see, in the overall metal sector, we have seen that Tata Steel has rallied, SAIL has rallied a bit. But Jindal Steel is one counter which has not been rallied in last 2 or 3 sessions with metal sector. So what we feel is that market continues with the upward momentum. Jindal Steel would be a great bet.
Right, Shaival, thanks a lot for that update.
Thank you.
Friends, in terms of news, there are reports that the digitization deadline has been extended up to 31st of October by almost 3 months. So this news could have negative implications for stocks like DAN Network, WWIL and Hathway Cable. Also, the CCI report on cement cartelization is about to come in the market, and we had seen some initial negative reaction on some of the cement companies, but some of them really bounced back, like ACC, Ambuja, and to some extent Ultratech. So this particular sector may remain a little volatile, and we think that since the penalty which is likely to be levied would be almost about 8% of the top line for the top 10 companies, it's quite steep. So there could be some negative trading bias for some of these cement stocks, particularly the top line ones. Also friends, cabinet is likely to decide on the import duty of the equipments, which has been the news for a while, but if this kind of a thing comes about, then it will have definitely a positive sentimental effect on companies like BHEL, L&T, BGR and Thermax, and some of these stocks have also corrected quite a while in the last 1 month. So from a trading perspective, one could look at buying BHEL, BGR and Thermax because of this news. That's it from all of us friends. Just a concluding remark that the overall bias in the market from the next 2 to 3 days trading perspective is positive. 5,000 and 5,100 are acting as a major support, so one can actually play for a pullback through options, particularly 5,100 or 5,200 calls. One could look at buying for this expiry. That's it from all of us friends. See you tomorrow at the same time.